Hi everyone! Today I come to you from my very own kitchen. The reason I'm here in my kitchen is because I wanted to do a fun activity where we make homemade Play-doh. Once we make our Play-doh, we will be rolling our Play-doh with our hands to make these cute little snails. What do you guys think? Can you do it? I'm going to tell you guys the ingredients you need so you can go around your house and get them. Maybe pause the video and then come back and we will do our Play-doh. So the first ingredient you'll need is canola oil, vegetable oil, avocado oil, anything works, just oil. We're going to be using a whole half a cup of oil. We'll be using 2 cups of salt, 2 cups of flour, 1 cup of water. If you'll notice, mine is steaming. I like to use hot water because it usually helps bind the Play-doh better. But remember, we have all our tiny friends with us, so maybe warm water is better. I have a full cup and a half a cup, some food coloring, and then our mixing bowl. So, and the food coloring is optional. Your Play-doh can be just normal Play-doh. So, we are gonna start with 2 cups of flour. So we'll get our cups of flour. 1, 2, okay, and then we can move on to our salt. We might run out of all our salt. And you might hear my dog barking in the background. That's because I'm at my home. And although she's very happy to be home with me, that doesn't keep her any quieter. Do you guys have any pets at home? If you do, I bet that they get in the way sometimes when you do things too, but we love them anyways. So we used up all my salt, 2 cups. Next, we're gonna use a half a cup of oil. So that is where we're gonna use our smaller measuring cup. I have a big thing of oil. Let's do this over the bowl. Perfect. And then what we wanna do is I'm gonna pour the oil and the water in at the same time. We have 1 cup of water here. And the reason I'm gonna pour them in at the same time is it's gonna help it bind better. And then you just kind of mix it like so to get your dough. And as you'll see, it's starting to thicken. And how Play-doh works is when you're doing it at home, you kind of have to add flour and or water as you need it, because sometimes it's a little thicker than others and vice versa. So it looks like we need a little bit more dough in this one. We're gonna scoop some dough. Well, you do a half a cup because we don't want to add too much. Flour is also good for your dough anyways, in that it helps it not stick. So do you see, here we go, there's our dough consistency. So once you start to see it bind like that, that's when you're gonna get our hands dirty. How many of you guys like to get your hands dirty? That's one of my favorite parts of Play-doh. So then, as you can see, we are gonna use our hands to mix all of this fun dough. And it's starting to bind together really well. And I decided to use blue for a color. I thought we could add some color. The reason I picked blue is because ponds have blue water in them. So I thought that would be a fun addition. Make sure Mom and Dad help you with this part. We definitely don't want to get our food coloring all over the house. As you can see, my Play-doh is getting to be blue. You actually only need like 1 or 2 drops of food coloring. Most of the time, a little bit goes a very long way. Okay, now that our Play-doh is pretty thick, what we're gonna do is we're gonna take some flour and we're gonna sprinkle it on, you can put it on a tray, a cutting board. For me, I don't mind messes. I'm just gonna use my plain old countertop. And we'll take our big chunk of Play-doh out. And we will make a pizza. Who wants to make a pizza? I'm just kidding. I mean, we can make a pizza. That's the beauty of Play-doh, is that you can make so many wonderful things with it. We're gonna start with our snails. Okay. So, take a little ball from your big dough, and then take your hands flat, put it between, and roll. Okay. Sometimes if you set it on the counter, it'll be a little easier, and just flat fingers, gently roll. See, we have a long one now. Do you see this shape right here? It's a circle with a swirl. So I'm gonna swirl this up, just like so. And look, we have a snail shell. Oh my goodness, I love it. I think snails are really cute. Have any of you guys gone on any walks this week and found any real snails outside? If you have, I wonder if you found any blue and green ones, because this color, I put a little bit of blue and it's looking like it's turning kind of greenish. So here's his head. Gotta get a little body going, and see, I'm still doing that rolling motion. And then last but not least, I think we should do eyeballs, because if you didn't know, snails, those antennae on top of their head, they're actually eyeballs. That's where their eyeballs are. There's one. There's two. And then we'll put the eyes on. One eyeball, two eyeball. When I made this earlier, my little sister told me she thought it looked like Gary from SpongeBob. If any of you guys have seen SpongeBob, she said this little snail looks like Gary. Gary, although he's a snail, he goes meow, just like a kitty, which is really silly. So I think he's a funny character. Once you have your snails made, you can keep practicing. You can practice rolling really long ones. As you get good, if you can see, I can go pretty fast. Look at how long this is. Oh, careful. How cool is that? Also, then you have this giant thing of Play-doh, and you can make all kinds of things with it. So this is a great activity to do at home if you're bored. Very simple ingredients. If you don't have any of the ingredients in here, most of these things, salt, flour, and oil, are very replaceable. So just go ahead and pop on Google and type in the ingredients you do have, and type in Play-doh, and many, many recipes will come up. Thanks for coming to visit and play with me today in my own kitchen. I can't wait to see you all back at Kidventures.